All right, guys, so for my brow cream that I use by L'Oreal, I put a drop of contact solution in it to make it smoother and easier to work with because it dried out super quick. So that's a nice tip for anyone who uses a dip brow and it dried out. Put a little bit of oil in it, or contact solution helps as well. And this is just how I draw in my brows. Sorry it got blurry. Now to perfect your brows, like around the edges, you can just take a little bit of your concealer. I'm using the Instant Age Rewind by Revlon. And I'm just kind of like, you twist it to get more of the product out. Dapping a little concealer brush onto it. And just kind of like perfecting the line. So since I already did my foundation this morning, I am going to go in now with my bronzer, my concealer, and some blush. So I'm going to use the Age Rewind concealer just under my eyes. Just, I don't really need a lot of extra coverage under my eyes. I more so just want to like make them look brighter. So if you do use concealer, make sure it is 1 to 2 shades lighter than your skin tone. And then I take a damp sponge. I just take like a little bit of water, press it in there, and dab in the concealer. And I like to drag it like all the way back here because I feel like it like makes my eyes look lifted. And I put a little bit on my nose because I have like a little cluster of freckles on my nose. And if I don't use concealer, they kind of start to peek throughout the day, which is fine if I want like a minimal coverage look, but today I'm going for more of like high coverage. So now to set my under eyes, I am going to use this Wet n Wild contouring palette called Caramel Toffee, and I noticed if I use a darker color setting powder under my eyes, it doesn't give me as much like flashback in photos if you use a setting powder closer to your skin tone. And I'm going to set my nose a little bit too. Now, when I did my foundation this morning, I already set this area right here. I set this area and like around my nose, which is where I tend to get sweaty on days like today. Now, sometimes when I'm doing my foundation and concealer all at once, I will put the foundation on and then put the concealer right over it and then set it with the powder. But you can also put your foundation on, put a setting powder underneath, then you can put your concealer on and set it again. I feel like either way works. It just depends on your skin. I personally have dry skin, so I prefer to do the foundation, the concealer right over, and then do a setting powder. But today I had to do my foundation, setting powder, leave the house. Now I'm back able to finish my makeup, so I had to put setting powder on twice today. And I feel like as of right now, it's not making me look too dry, but time will tell. Alright, so now it's time for bronzer. I've been using the City Color palette I got in my Ipsy bag ages ago. And the bronzer in this palette is just amazing. It just blends really nicely and I just love using it. I don't contour under this. I kind of use this bronzer as my contour. And I just kind of like layer it on nice and slowly until I get the desired look. Blend, blend, blend. Now I do my cheekbones, and now I'm going to take like a smaller, more angled brush, and I'm going to do around my hairline. That is where the sun usually hits us. Just to give my forehead a little dimension. And if you have a bigger forehead than I do, then you can bring the bronzer almost to like halfway down your forehead, but I just tend to do it right on my hairline and a little bit on my neck to give that a little bit of definition. And then whatever I have left on the brush, I'll just kind of brush on my jawline just to kind of connect everything. Now, since it's summertime, I like to be really glowy, so I go over my bronzer with this NYX Born to Glow palette. They have the prettiest bronzy bronzers in here, and I love these two. This is more of like a cool tone, and this is a warmer tone. So I'm kind of going towards the warm tone right now because I have a lot of warmth in my skin and I want to accentuate that. So I'm going to take the bigger fluffy brush and just kind of like, just a little bit, and just kind of like warm up my cheekbones. And in the sunlight, it just gives you a little more like shimmer to your cheeks. Now I'm going to keep this on my cheekbones because I don't want all this shimmer on my forehead. I don't want to put that on my neck. I want to just leave it right on my cheekbones. All right, for blush, I have been using a shimmery blush. I'm just all about the shimmer this summer. I don't know what it is, but I just love it. So I'm using my Maybelline, the City Kits Urban Light Eye Cheek Palette, and I have been using this as my cheek color. And it just gives me like a nice shimmer. It's not too crazy, but it does like warm up my cheeks a lot. So there you go. I'm just going to do a little bit of highlight today. Nothing crazy. If I can find the right brush. I use this color right next to the blush. Ooh. Woo. Anyways, I'm going to use this color as my highlight. I am going to go a little bit under my brow bone. A little bit on my nose. Cheek. Cupid's bow, and a little up here as well. That'll just give me that nice glow in the sunshine. So that's basically it for my face. Now I just have to do like a simple eye look and put something on my lips. Also, one more thing before I get to my eyes. If you want a more like chiseled jawline, you can go back in with your setting powder and your contour brush and just really like make that sharp line right there. And brush it off with the fluffy brush. Sometimes at the very end I use this really big blush to kind of like, this big brush to blend everything together. It just kind of like melts all the products I just used together, so I just don't look so crazy. Now for my eyes today, I'm just going to use one single shadow color and put some falsies on and call it a day because it's summer and it's hot out and I just don't want anything too heavy on my eyes. So I'm going to use my Morphe. What is this palette called? Oh, I don't remember what it's called. Oh, the 25C Hey Girl Hey palette. So I'm going to take this shimmery pink color here and just very, very lightly dab my brush in it and tap off the excess and just go in very, very lightly and just add a little color to my lids. So now I'm going to go under my eyes with the same color. I don't know, for summer I feel like it's been really fun to just use a single colored shadow. The shimmery ones, and I feel like those are like really easy to blend. And you can either just do a single shadow and mascara, or you can do this look with like a winged liner that'll really like vamp it up for nighttime. So like during the day, I could just do like this shadow, and then at nighttime, you know, you can just pop on eyeliner later on. Why not? What do you guys think? Do you like this color? What you think? Now that my shadow's on, I'm going to go back to that highlight color I used and just go in the corner of my eyes with it, just to brighten that up. And I'm going to go back on my brow bone just a smidge, just to kind of like blend the two colors together.